How is it going, everybody? Today I'm going to attempt at making a beginner's guide, I guess. It's going to be a couple parts, and the reason why I put this off for so long is because every time there's a new update or a new feature added, it kind of breaks the game and changes the entire pace of the progression. So I'm going to do my best at describing what it used to be to what it is now. And in order to understand how the game plays, you have to know how the game used to progress. And there were a lot of walls, and with every update, it kept making progression easier and easier. And especially for all you new people, the progression of the game is pretty much broken. So I'd like to first start off with Junior, Senior, and Transcended units. See these picture over here with the drummers. Since I have pets and Spirit Awakening, which I'll get into in a second, the max gold level is higher. See how he's 1703, then 1803, and 1903. So a Junior unit, or Junior Red unit, so basically a natural 5-star unit will have a base gold level of 1100 without any extra gold levels added. That's how it used to be. And then when you Senior, it would go to 1200, then 13, then 14, then 1500 at Trans 3. Now, Trans 3 units get a lot higher depending on what unit you have and if you have pets. Now, ignore my team. My team you should not use unless you have the required units, which I'll get into next. Now, after you understand what Transcending is, it's one of the only ways to progress further to unlock higher skills. Because remember, 1500 used to be max. Well, now 2000, it's literally, it jumps up a lot, and it goes for every single unit. So next thing I want to talk about is the things that they added for more progression after that. Spirit Awakening, which are these units, and the Spirit Awakening tab, doohickey thing, go to unit details right down here. It basically, per Junior, adds 5 levels. Per Senior, it adds 10 levels, and it's maxed out at 100 levels. It does nothing to get them transcended. I just have those units transed because they are good. But it makes your units be able to go from 1500 to 1600, at least that's what it was. For now, with pets added in and stuff, it makes it a lot easier. But just know that these 4 units right here are needed to hit higher gold levels. Now, it maxes out at 100. It doesn't matter which ones you have. You can have 10 pilots and none of the others, or you may have 2, 2, and 6. Yeah, you may have 2, 2, and 6 and none of 1. So that way you will hit the 100 levels. Now, after that, they threw in the trainers, which I will get into in a second. But next was Inner Passion and Pets that they threw in at the same time. Now, Inner Passion, it's not these 4 units. I forgot Naga's in here. I don't know why I put a second Medusa. But Inner Passion basically increases stat levels, not your overall level. But if I have a level 1 unit with 100 Inner Passion, is the same thing as a level 100 unit. So, and how do you identify what Inner Passion is? It's this little green number right here. I used one of my Inner Passion units as a artifact transcend, but the 4 levels don't bug me that much. Now, at the same time they threw in Inner Passion, they threw in pets. Now, pets individually are worth pet points, and they give additional stuff. But when you have pet points, that 15 levels is equivalent to 15 gold levels. So on top of the Spirit Awakening, so let's say you have a Trans 3 with 100 Spirit Awakening, 1600 would be his max gold level. With the Holokin, it would be 1615. And then this number is yet again increased when you have the pet set as main, which it's as simple as doing this, set as main, and then it'll take over. Now, some pets give a lot more, like this one here gives 28. If I equipped it, it'll double it. So it'll be at what, 56? Yeah, I'll give 56 extra gold levels to max out. And to give a demonstration on that, I'll max out one of these fairies. 1803 is the max. Now, if I go up here and I equip the skull, it will now increase even more, 1816, because it is only 13 levels higher than the other one maxed out, I believe, or something of that sort. But anyways, on to the next thing. What units should you focus on? Now, this is going to be a bit interpreted for future players because future updates will entitle new units, and these units will change. But any of these units you see up here are good. Any of these, you got the Valkyrie, the Lich, the Druid, the Dark Admiral, the Ice Spirit, the Naga. There's not a whole lot of units to choose from. I mean, there is, but they're not all good. Any of these up here are good. It wouldn't hurt to get any of these Trans 3 if you're anywhere from, I guess, up to Knight level 30, which is this number up here, which means you hit at least 2,900 or up to 45, I would say the team composition does not matter all that much. As long as you have one physical unit, which is this little yellow thing, and one magical unit, is the one little blue thing right there, you'll be able to advance. Um, some of the if you're curious on like, oh, what unit should I get to start out with, a safe bet would be Valkyrie. And in my previous video, I said they use Transcend tickets only to trans one a bunch of units, but you want to trans 3 of them. It may be inefficient with gyms, but it does not matter. If you the fastest way to progress is to get trans 3 units right away, at least 2 of them, a physical and a magical. To be honest, it does not matter the race at the beginning. And don't worry about wasting them, because no matter what unit you transcend, you will eventually use them. It gives you more variety later on. But if you have 4,400 honor coins currently, which you should be able to get any of these units, Valkyrie is a safe bet. She is a monster, and she is used in almost every game. Every game mode, from Guild Wars to Guild Raids to Arena to making it runs faster because she buffs everything. She is an all-around one of the best units to have. Now, her paired up with Ice Spirit is okay, or Druid, or Lich, or Incubus, or Sword Dancer, or Steampunk, which actually Steampunk is the other human core you would use. But that is what would be a core, is one physical unit, one magical unit you pump all your metals into. Now, here's a nice little helpful thing too if you're trying to figure out how many if you're trying to get units that the first couple weeks you play, you're going to want to just play and buy every unit you possibly can. Now, you see, I can buy these guys, send them to the time shop, but I can't buy this guy. Most people will have a bunch of 5-star units in the beginning of the game. So all you got to do is you just come down to the one units you don't have any metals into, you sell them, ta-da, you now have enough to get him. So I wanted to get that out of the way. And back on track, the next thing they added into that made progression broken is artifact transing. It is expensive, it costs units, but if you can, it is well worth it. I'm going to use this later to get my next item. But anyways, the reason why it's broken is because, let's say if you main elf, if you have a Druid and Sylphid or Druid and Goku or any of those for an elf, if you get 2 Transcended, the attack power bonus off a 2 set is ridiculous. Sorry about the phone ring in the background if you can hear it. But this 4B% attack is better than any buff you get on almost any unit past 2k. And that's just the flat rate bonus that you get. If you go here and go to the battle, you can see the attack power. If I were to upgrade my fairies skill or my fairies stuff to 2000 just to get their extra damage, the extra crit, or 1900 to get the extra attack power and the critical damage, this here is very little compared to the other buffs you get from those artifacts. So, what else? Next thing I want to explain is these over here, the premium shot buffs. The first thing you want to max out would be the metal buff. It maxes out at 30. You want to open time shop, which is really cheap. It's like 25 gems, but maxing out this metal buff is essential. It takes 15,000 gems to max out. Don't worry, that sounds like a lot, but in my next video, I will explain gem efficiency. And then all the rest isn't really needed except for the elf, but once you skip past, I think, wave 1,000 or 2,000, I don't remember, you get the first one for free, but it makes it to where you can skip levels, which is very good. Potion of Marching, you do not need. Currently, I upgraded it, but I found out it's very useless once you get to later game, because when you progress 3,000-4,000 stages, you only go a couple hundred a night, so it's not really worth it. Undead skill is okay, it's not needed. Same thing with the human and same thing with the orc. You will get them up eventually, but don't worry about getting them. They will not help you out as much as you would hope it would. Now, when you start farming artifacts, the previous thing you had to do was get a bunch of the units and then just start upgrading your artifacts to get more gold, so be able to get more stuff. But with the introduction of pets, to where it increases the amount of gold you get by a crazy amount. Now, this is not added, this is multiplied. So you take off the last 2 zeros, so this is 210 times more gold than I was getting before if I just had Sleepy maxed out. So, pet progression, you want to always farm pets. Pets are one of the key ways to constantly have progression. You can, oh yeah, I forgot to show this. You can spend extra tickets on pets a day. Oh, whoops, I haven't farmed my pets yesterday. Whoopsies. Let me do this real quick. I'll show you a quick demonstration. The next, oh, might as well, I'm here, might as well. The next units you want to get up are trial units. The reason why you want trial units is because these later pet levels are extremely hard, and you need a lot of units. You need a lot of just fodder units that are extremely strong. Any one of these units up here are stronger than any base 6-star units. So keep that in mind when you're when you're using certain units, like oh, never mind. But anyways, all right, so I have 0 tickets. I can complete again, and I can get, get a couple more tickets out of it. Or you can click battle, and it'll do the same thing in case you haven't beat the level yet. So that is, a lot of people did not know that, so now you do. Oh, crap. Whoopsie. And it doesn't use a ticket until you complete it. So that is an upside. But yeah, you click battle and you can buy the more tickets. I would recommend at least doing 2 refreshes a day because you get 300 gems a day, which I'll cover in my next video as well. But let's see, what else did I want to explain in this video? I don't think there was too much more in this one. Oh, I guess what are the best artifacts to use? The best artifacts to use at any point in the game before you get a lot of 6-star sets would be any of the complete sets that give you medals. Now, you're going to have to pull a lot of these artifacts, but I know like this one here is for free. You can get all 3 of these for materials, 30% more medals, which is very nice. Use any of those sets that give you more medals. There is no real best set currently before Artifact Trans to use. It was 3 any of the 6-piece 6-star sets. So, it wouldn't matter if you use the human, the elf, and the undead, even though if you're running orc. King of Beasts and the Immortal set, I believe, was the best sets to use because they give you the most medals per artifact you have. Now, another thing to look forward to past Artifact Transing would be the, I guess, 1 6-star set, 2 out of the Outland set, because these buffs are ridiculously good. That is what you have to look forward to. The main focus of the game now is to get as far as you can to get the artifacts. And trial units are the key to doing that because you can complete trials every single time. Now, trial units are key because not only do they give you more medals and they're decently cheap to upgrade. It may seem like a lot at first, but you don't invest into trials for gems. You invest into the tower trials for honor coins. Every 3 days, that's 500 gems and 1,000 honor coins, not including bonuses they get out of it. Now, each one of these units up here cost 4,000 gems roughly, which sounds like a lot, but you don't have to have all of them right away. And these ones are only like, I think, 1,500 to 2,000 or something like that, and these ones are dirt cheap to get up. All these units I use every single trials, and, 117 trials, that's 55,000 gems and 117,000 honor for free, pretty much. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm going to cut this video off here. If you have any questions or any comments, leave them in the comment section. I'll leave a link to the Facebook page that I'm on a lot. Yeah, I guess that'd be it. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys watch the next video. All right, thanks.